my friends, we are going to talk about sink and float today. All right? So I want you to close your eyes for 1 minute and pretend that you're on a boat. Pretend that you're on the boat. Okay, open your eyes. Have you ever been on a boat before? If you've been on a boat, give me a thumbs up. Wow. Kaylee, was your boat floating or was it sinking?
Floating.
It was floating. Makai, was your boat floating or was it sinking?
No, I think it was all floating.
It was sinking or floating?
Yeah.
Huh. Braylon, have you been on a boat before? Was your boat floating or did it sink?
Floating.
It was floating, that's right. When something floats, that's buoyancy. And we're going to learn about buoyancy, okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you just to take a minute and look at my sponge. So it is an orange sponge. Good job. So I have a question.
Is it hot?
Do you want to go get a drink of water, honey? Okay. So I have a question. If you guys think that this sponge is going to float, give me a thumbs up. If you think it's going to sink, give me a thumbs down. Float means it's going to stay on top of the water. If it sinks, it's going to go to the bottom. All right? Yeah, that's buoyancy. If it floats, it's on top. If it sinks, it's not buoyant, it's on the bottom. All right, let me see your thumbs. Look and see. All right. Floating. Ready? Gonna float or is it gonna sink? Some of my friends say it's gonna sink.
I think it's gonna float.
Okay, that's why we have our thumbs up. Here's on.
It's gonna float. It's gonna
Oh,
float.
shh. Look at. So everybody who has their thumbs up, good job. All right. Oh, look at this.
Sink.
It's gonna sink? Let's see if you guys are right. Thumbs up if you think it's gonna float. Thumbs down if you think it's gonna sink.
It's gonna sink.
Look at all these thumbs. Oh.
It sank.
It sank right to the bottom, didn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Do
Do you know why?
Yes.
Do you know why? If you look at this sponge and it has all those little holes in it, it has air in it. And the air is what helps it stay on top and float. If you look at the spoon, I don't see any holes in there. And it's kind of heavy. So it's sinking because there's no air to help hold it up. Boys, can you sit up for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So everybody brought their blue crayon to circle. I'm so proud of you.
Not me.
I want you guys to look.
Because this.
I'm going to pass out papers, and I want everybody to please put your name on top of the paper.
Elijah doesn't know.
We're not going to color anything. We're just putting our name on top. Elijah, honey, where's your blue crayon? Oh, you want to go get your blue crayon for me, please? Thank you. Oh, Jamaica, you need a blue crayon too? Put your name on top of the paper, please. Oh, Katie needs one too. I have one for everybody, I promise. A couple of my friends are out sick today. Okay. Names go on top. Oh, look at you guys are doing a great job. Todd, your name's up there? All right, Jamaica, honey, you have to go get it. Here. Jamaica, there's a blue crayon. Put your name on top. Are you guys ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Great job. All right. I'm looking for everyone to have their paper on the floor in front of them. Oops. The first picture on the paper is a penny. Now the smiley side says it's gonna float. The sad face says it's gonna sink. So, if you guys think it's going to float, color this square in, the smiley face square. Not the smiley face, Logan. The square under it. Do you see where the penny is? Color the square across. So watch. Can I see this? Thank you. Look at what Ethan did. Ethan's prediction is he thinks it's going to float. He's guessing. That's what a prediction is. He says, I bet that penny's going to float. Katie thinks that penny is going to float.
No, I think it's going to sink.
So if you
I
think
think it's going to not sink.
all right, ready? Here's what I need you to do. Instead of telling me, you need to color. There's the penny. If you think it's going to float, then you,
I think it's going to float.
Kaylee, then you color this first square with the smiley. Braylon, if you think it's going to sink, then you color the square underneath the sad face, where that's sinking.
I think it's going to sink.
All right.
It's not.
All right, are you guys ready? Let's see what happens. Are you ready?
Yes.
Elijah, are you ready?
Yes.
Here's the penny.
I
Let's
know
see.
it's going to sink.
Let's see what happens.
Sink. Sink. Sink.
Oh,
Float.
so
It sank.
it sank. It went to the bottom.
I can't see it.
And you can't see it? Well, you
I
can.
can.
You can.
Oh.
Oops.
I see it.
Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna count to 3, and then you need to go back to your spots. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Look at what happened. Can I show you what happened? Kaylee. Wynn's paper got all wrinkled and ripped because you guys were crawling around. So let's be very careful. Okay, so the next item is a pencil. Oh, no talking. If you think it's going where the pencil is, if you think it's going to float underneath the smiley face, color that square in. If you think it's going to sink, we're working on the pencil now. See the pencil? So you think it's going to sink, then you color here. Go straight across. Put your finger on the pencil and you go across and go float or sink. All right, I'm looking for my friends that are sitting around nice and quiet to show me they're ready.
That is marshmallows.
That's not six.
When my friends are quiet, then I know they're ready. All right, are you ready now?
It's
All
gonna
right.
float.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay.
I was right. No, it was floating.
Oh, I'm ready for my friends that are being nice and quiet.
I have to color it.
Kaylee, you were supposed to color it before. We're gonna work on the very next
This is
item.
funny.
We're gonna. Okay, everybody, see the third one
Yeah.
is the cotton balls.
Cotton ball.
Now remember, you're gonna go. I'm waiting. If the cotton ball is going to float, you color this square next to it. If it's not going to float and it's going to sink, then you're going to color the square. Kaylee, you need to color now. We're guessing. It's okay if you're wrong. We're just predicting what's going to happen. Is it going to sink or is it going to float?
Yes.
We're making a prediction. I'm not going to get mad, Kaylee. Not in that square, honey. Go where the cotton balls are. Go over to the...
I don't know yet.
All right.
How this goes thing. It's mine.
Are you guys ready? I'm waiting for all my friends to sit crisscross applesauce. And I'm waiting. Here I go. No, I'm waiting.
There's no hole. It floats.
Oh.
I told you. Sing.
What's happening to it?
Sing.
went down. It's wet.
Yeah, so when the fox
Oh,
goes
I
down
need you
the
to go
water,
back to your seat. You guys saw it.
the pepper gets wet.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, also
Look at what my next item is. It's a wooden stick.
It's made out of pop.
Well, it's not made out of pop. Oh, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Voice is off. Elijah, voice is off. Yes. This is not a popsicle. It's a popsicle stick, and a popsicle stick is made of wood. So again, we're going to go to the very next one. It says wooden stick. This is a wooden stick. Give it a smiley face if you think it's going to float. Give it a sad face if you think it's going to sink.
I think it will
float, right?
It's gonna sink.
Go ahead, I'm waiting.
It's gonna float.
Sink.
It's gonna float.
Sink. That's a float.
It doesn't have no hole, so.
No, that's
Oh.
a float.
Nice.
And you know what? Some objects sink, some float, and I'll explain more in a minute.
Float and sink.
You're gonna go.
Are you ready?
Float.
Here we go.
Float.
Oh. Do you know what? The pencil and the popsicle stick, these two items are both made of wood. And wood floats. It has little tiny air holes in it
Not the
too.
spoon or not the cup.
Where?
Only the
I'm
spoon.
kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Nicholas.
I saw my lines there come up and sink.
You saw what come up and sink?
My toys,
Oh, you know what? So you've seen float and sink in your bathtub or in your swimming pool. I bet a lot of you guys have seen float and sink in your bathtub or swimming pool. All right, my next one is
Crayon.
it is.
If we do all the
Are you guys ready?
Yes, I'm sure.
What color?
Pink.
Pink. All right.
Crayon will float.
Remember the crayon is all the way down here.
The crayon will float.
You think it'll float? Then you're gonna color right
I
next
think
to
we
the
could sink. I think it's
right next to the crayon.
or sink. Float or sink, I guess. I think it's
You're Katie. You're guessing both.
Yes, for two of them.
You think it's gonna float or and sink?
Or sink.
Well, what one is it going to do? Is it going to just float or is it going to sink?
I don't know yet. So that's why I'm doing this observation.
Okay, but like I told Kaylee, we're predicting, we're guessing. I bet this crayon will float. Or you can say, I guess this crayon will float.
I think it was gonna float.
So let's find out. You can say, I guess, I think, I bet, but they're all predictions. Here we go.
Sink!
Oh.
I told you it's
All right. We have one last one, and it's the rubber band. Oh, I think there's still way too much noise going on. I know you're excited, and I want to finish sharing these. Quinn. Put that down, please. There's still too much noise going on. So I want to go outside and play too, but we've got to finish our project first. This is our science project. So on the very last one, it is a rubber band. If you think it's going to float, color in the square next to the rubber band. If it is not going to float, go to the very next square. And look at
I got
this.
all of them.
I'm waiting. Ready?
Six.
It's a rubber band. Let's see what's going to happen.
Six.
I can't do anything yet. I can't. I'm waiting for my friends to be quiet and say crisscross applesauce. Elijah, I'm still waiting. Okay, here we go. It floated. Oh no, sit back. Sit back. I'll show you in a minute. Put your crayons down. So we did everything that's on the paper. This is just guessing. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. There's no right or wrong. When we predict, no, Todd, because I'm talking about the paper right now. When we predict, we're making a guess. We're making a guess. It's not right and it's not wrong. We're just trying to find out, like scientists do. They observe. We're just observing of what's right and what's wrong. So Todd noticed the ball. It's not on our paper, but I thought it would be fun to try. So, do you think the ball's going to sink or float? If you think it's going to sink, give me a thumbs down. If you think it's going to float, give me a thumbs up.
I think
Oh, no talking. Just thumbs.
Okay.
You're talking. Oh, I've got mixed results here. Let's see. Here we go.
It's saying.
Oh, it sank.
Sing.
All right, now look at the first item that I put in was the sponge. The second item I put in was the spoon. It's a metal spoon and it sank. The next item I'm going to put in is a what?
Fork.
Is the fork metal?
No.
No, it's plastic. It's plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in and let's see if it...
It's saying. See, I was right.
But you know what?
I was right.
It sank too, didn't it?
I was right.
Yeah.
What's right?
So the materials are different. Nope, I need you to sit, please. Jamaica. Jamaica, 1. Jamaica, 2. Even though the materials are different, it sank. They both sank, didn't they? We're just guessing. There's no right or wrong. We're experimenting and exploring and observing. You guys did a great job. What I want you to do now is we're going to stand up. Wait a minute. When I call your table and you're going to put your paper at your desk and put your crayon inside your box. All right. Blue table. Green table.
What table?
Red table. Purple.